Okay, in this video I want to focus on separating the bottles. So this is what it should look like once you've attached the Kinkajou separation rings. I've got another bottle here. On a bottle like this, I was only able to put one because of the way it's tapered. If I put one here, it just kind of rolls off, so I'll show you how to deal with these. Here's another bottle here, Captain Morgan. It's hard to see, but I actually cut it right inside this groove in here. So let's get started. So what I like to do is I always like to take a towel or something and put it in the bottom of the sink, just because odds are that the tops are just going to fall off, and this way they don't fall into the sink and smash. Let's start with this one here. I don't know if it'll show up, but there's a score line in there. So this is really basically boiling water, and as you can see, I'm not putting a lot, just a little bit, slowly letting it wrap around the bottle so it heats up that one area. And I'll put it under the water. And I'll go around the other side. There you go. That one just fell right off. And perfect cut. So as you can see, I didn't pull on it or anything there. Let's try another bottle here. This one's a little thicker. So the key is just enough water in that groove between the separation rings to warm it up, and you don't want to pour it fast because you're just going through a lot of hot water for nothing. Once it gets warm, just kind of put it in there. Now because this one is thicker, I'll probably have to do it a couple times. Oh, there you go. One thing I want to show you, and I guess I'll show you in the next bottle, is when it starts to come apart, you can actually see the crack getting deeper and deeper inside the glass. So I'll try to see if we can pick that up on the next shot. So we'll do the Captain Morgan. Now one thing here, I left the cap on just to remind everyone. Take these off. If you leave them on, what can happen is when you're pouring hot water, you're building up internal pressure in there, and it just adds added stress. You can just crack the whole thing. It's not going to explode or anything, but it could shatter. So you always take them off. Again, just a little bit of hot water. Oh, see, now I one expanded the ring that time. So when there's only one ring, I like to kind of turn it on an angle, just so it directs the water. There you go. Another perfect cut. This one actually broke when it fell. So just reposition my towel here and make sure it catches it. So let's try this big one here. This is really heavy glass. Go around the other side. Find when the glass is really thick, you need to use a little bit more hot water than you would on a smaller one. Alright, here's a good example of what's happening, and I hope this shows up on camera. So you can see, all here, it's pretty much cut. And as I turn it, right here, it's not cut yet. So if I was to pull on this right now, it would probably come apart, but what will most likely happen is I'd get a shard of glass right here. So that's why I say never pull on it. Let it come apart on its own. So when I pour hot water right there, there's a good chance this thing is just going to fall right off. Well, still not ready to go, but there's not much left holding on. So let's look at it again here. So it looks like maybe right here. Oh, and you see what's happening? This sometimes happens. We're going to get a crack down here, which it happens. Glass is definitely not perfect by any means. So this one, you know, would kind of be ruined. But stuff like that happens. Good things bottles are cheaps. They don't cost much. You've got lots of them lying around. Well, let's continue separating it just to show you. There we go, I just heard it. There we go. So it actually came apart nice, but now we have this crack in here, which is too bad because that is really thick glass. This makes a gorgeous glass. I'll do one more here, just a smaller one. Oops, sorry. Fell right off. Like, that doesn't get any cleaner than that. Obviously still needs to be sanded. So the last thing I wanted to show you today, so this is one I did earlier today and I pulled it apart. So now I have this piece of glass here, but it is actually severed underneath, and that's where this tool comes in. So a lot of times you basically find where the groove fits. You just give it a little tug. Right? Oh, first piece came off. Try it again here. If we're lucky, it'll just pop right off. No. So when this happens here, unfortunately, the only left thing to do is to sand that down. You could try keep picking at it. The problem is you'll probably end up breaking in here, and then you either have to recut the whole thing or do a lot of sanding. But yeah, so there it is. Let's do one last one, because I know do something a little different here. Here's a bigger bottle again, a wine bottle. I really want to emphasize that you never really want to tug on it. If you tug on it, you're going to get uneven glass. Just let the water do the work, and it should just come right apart. Again, this one here, this is actually a really nice bottle because it's somewhat tapered on the up. So if you were to remove this label, you can etch something real nice in there. Nice and thick. Makes a gorgeous glass. Alright, so that's it for this. More lessons on different things coming up. Thank you.